Old man, sign the notice or we tow your junk. I block his path. You're trespassing. Leave now. He sneers. Old man's a liability. Grandpa Sam stands. I'm why men like you have nightmares. The air in Willowben hung heavy with the scent of mown grass and faint charcoal smoke drifting from a distant grill. The kind of Saturday where the world seemed to hit pause. Bees droned lazily around Mrs. Clara's lilac bush across the street, and a kid's bike bell chimed somewhere down the road, sharp, fleeting, like a memory from a simpler time. On our porch, Grandpa Sam sat in his weathered oak rocker, the one with the frayed cushion and the faint creak in its left arm. He hummed softly, a low, aimless tune, clutching a chipped mug that read, World's Average Grandpa in one hand and a half-eaten molasses cookie in the other. To the neighbors, Sam was just an old man, quiet, forgetful, his mind softened by years they assumed had dulled him into harmlessness. They'd see him pause mid-sentence, eyes drifting like he was chasing ghosts, and whisper about how time had taken its toll. But we should have known better. That morning the house buzzed with routine. I was pruning the rose bushes, Mom kneading dough in the kitchen, and my nephew Timmy sprawled on the walkway, scribbling a lopsided dragon in neon chalk. Spikes, wings, even a crooked goatee. Sam watched him with a sleepy grin, his rocker swaying gently. Then came the sound, gravel crunching under tires, slow and deliberate. We all turned. A sleek black SUV glided down the street. No plates, no markings, just a polished shell reflecting the sky like a warning. It stopped dead in front of our house, silent as a held breath. Two men stepped out, boots hitting pavement in sync. They wore Navy tactical gear, vests stamped HOA, compliance enforcement in stark white letters. Not cops, not sheriffs, just that. One was wiry, sharp-eyed, the other broad, buzz-cut, built like a vault. Timmy looked up, chalk frozen mid-stroke. Mom, are they soldiers? He whispered. No, sweetie, Mom said tightly. Go inside. Now. My gut twisted before my brain caught up. That wrongness you feel in your bones. The men ignored me, their gaze locked on Sam. The wiry one tilted his head, sizing him up like a butcher eyeing meat. This your grandpa? He called, loud enough for the block to hear. Yeah, I said warily. What's this about? The buzz-cut guy snorted. Old man looks like he's lost it. HOA rules say anyone too far gone is a neighborhood liability. Keep him indoors. I blinked, stunned. Sam's head turned slowly, eyes narrowing like he'd spotted a snake in his garden. He didn't speak, not yet. The wiry one smirked. Name, Pops. Sam stayed silent, staring. Bet he thinks it's 1970. The man chuckled, nudging his partner. You sure he's not a danger? They laughed, cruel, careless, like they hadn't just spat on a man's dignity in his own yard. I stepped forward, anger rising. Then I saw it. Sam's hand, stilled. His thumb traced the cookie's edge, pressed flat. His jaw tightened, and his eyes, those cloudy, distant eyes, sharpened like a blade unsheathed. I've been called plenty of names, he said, voice low, gravelly. None by folks like you? The men froze for a heartbeat, caught off guard by the weight of his words. Not loud, not threatening, just final. Then they laughed again, brushing it off. Cute, Buzzcut said. The wiry one pulled out a clipboard, brandishing it like a weapon. You're in violation. Unkempt shrubs, that tacky eagle statue. Sign this or we tow your junk in 20 minutes. Don't escalate this. Escalate, I snapped, stepping closer. You're on our property. Buzzcut leaned toward Sam, bending low to whisper something I couldn't catch. Sam's fingers gripped the chair's arm. The rocking stopped. His eyes shifted, not just awake but cold, calculating, like a predator waking from a long sleep. He stood, fast and fluid. I gasped. The last time I'd seen him move like that, Timmy was still in pull-ups. "You boys ever serve?" Sam asked, voice clear as a bell. Wiry scoffed. "Yeah, we serve notices." He laughed at his own joke. But Sam's smile wasn't warm. It was the kind that prickled your neck, urging you to run. Then it happened. Buzzcut reached out, grabbing Sam's wrist like he was scolding a child. Time slowed. Sam exploded into motion. No hesitation, no warning, just precision. He twisted his arm, breaking the grip, then snapped the clipboard from Wary's hand, cracking it against his neck in one smooth arc. Wiry dropped, gasping, clutching his throat. Buzzcut lunged, hand fumbling for a taser, but Sam was already inside his reach. He trapped the arm, torqued it until a sickening pop echoed, then spun him face first into the porch post with a crack that silenced the street. Both men lay crumpled, groaning, as neighbors gaped, phones out recording. Timmy peeked through the screen door, whispering, "Is Grandpa a superhero?" Sam stood over them, calm as if he'd just swatted a fly. "That's for touching me," he said, then softer, "and for threatening my family." He turned to me, eyes flickering with something ancient, then gone. "Call the sheriff. Tell him Shadow 4 is back." I fumbled for my phone, hands shaking, and dialed 911. "Two men tried to seize our house with fake HOA orders," I told the dispatcher. "My grandfather stopped them. They're not cops. We need help." Sirens wailed within minutes. Sheriff Harper arrived, a grizzled man with a Clint Eastwood squint. He scanned the scene. Two battered men, Sam sipping coffee like nothing happened. "What the heck went down here?" he demanded. Sam nodded calmly. "Had visitors, Sheriff." "Not the friendly kind," I added. Harper's deputies cuffed the imposters, finding no IDs, just cheap radios and a GPS tracker Sam had already pulled from Buzzcut's belt. "Civilian junk," Sam muttered, tossing it to Harper. "No HOA's got tech like this." The crowd grew, neighbors, phones rolling, some clapping like they'd watched a street fight champ. Mr. Daniels, a Korean war vet, hollered, "That's how it's done, Sam." Harper turned to him, suspicion mixing with respect. "How'd you drop them?" Sam shrugged. "Train guys like them once, not the sloppy ones." Then it broke wide open. A neighbor's video hit the internet, titled "Old Man Wrecks Fake Cops." By nightfall, it had millions of views with comments screaming, "Shadow 4, CIA Black Ops, this dude's a ghost." The clip caught Sam's line, "Shadow 4 is back." A deputy's tablet pinged with a classified hit. Samuel Carter, U.S. Army, tied to a sealed CIA unit, Task Force Shadow, shut down in 91. Harper blinked. "You're that Carter?" Sam just smiled, faint and knowing. The imposter's gear told a darker story, a hidden list with 3 names. Sam's. Clara Evans, a retired codebreaker 2 blocks away. Henry Tate, an ex-NSA linguist. Both missing, their homes eerily quiet, one with a cryptic note. "Do not resist. You'll be safe." Sam's face hardened. "This isn't fraud. It's a hit list. They're erasing people like me, folks who know too much." Harper went pale. "What shadow?" Sam's eyes locked on his. "Something that never existed until today." By morning, the story was a firestorm. News vans clogged Willowben. Hashtags like Washington Shadow 4 and fake HOA exploded. Veterans posted, "That's textbook shadow training. Kandahar 89. A senator called it weaponized bureaucracy." Sam stayed quiet. But at 2 a.m., a satellite phone buzzed in his coat. No caller ID. A robotic voice hissed, "Shadow 4, stand down or others pay." Sam's reply was ice. "You thought I forgot?" Big mistake. He hung up, then pulled a crate from the garage. An M16, dog tags, a folder marked eyes only. He was done hiding. Harper traced the gear to Pentagon surplus, Black budget stuff with no paper trail. A leaked report mumbled about legacy asset containment, government speak for silencing old spies. Sam got a sealed envelope, directive lifted, contact restored. With a burner phone, he made one call. Shadow 4, I remember it all, start talking. The line went dead. Days later, Claire and Henry were found alive, tipped off by Sam's network of ghosts, survivors like him waking up. Willow Bend changed. In the garden where the fight went down, neighbors placed a steel plaque. For Samuel Carter, Shadow 4. He remembered. Timmy drew Sam with eagle wings, chalk blazing. My grandpa's a hero. Sam didn't want fame, turned down TV spots, medals, even a movie deal. But he kept watch. Boots muddy from midnight walks, calls to old teammates. They're not done, he told me one night, eyes on the dark. They think the past stays buried. They're wrong. The controversy raged. Was Sam a hero or a relic of a dirty war? Some called him justice incarnate. Others whispered he was too dangerous to be free. Thank you for watching Work Story. Subscribe for more powerful justice and true stories.